ready to rumble.
They like how you so cool, how you so fly, how you so fresh, you ain't even gotta try. Y'all pump faking, I ain't even gotta lie. Hit 'em with the hits, game winner switch in.
Tonight's game is presented to you in parts by the Frankfort Eagles, Post 976. They are people helping people. By Day and Ginda Funeral Home, proud supporters of high school athletics in Clinton and Carroll County. By the healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. By the Farmers Bank, where you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. By the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. And by Tornado Roofing, specializing in residential and commercial roofing and repair. Good evening, sports fans, and welcome. Day late, dollar short, as they say in the industry. Yesterday's game between the Frankfort Hot Dogs and the Clinton Prairie Gophers was delayed because of weather. We are picking it up here tonight on a Wednesday night. The Hot Dogs coming in 0-18. They will take on the Clinton Prairie Gophers, coming in off what was probably their best win of the season, a victory against the Carroll Cougars. They sit at 8-10. As we welcome you into our Healthy Communities of Clinton County pregame show, making the healthy choice the easy choice. Joined by fellow Frankfort alumni, Joe Rook. I'm Sean Walker, and we appreciate you joining us here in the ISC studios.
Sure.
Joe, we've seen both of these teams quite a bit this season. Be interesting to see them take on each other here tonight.
Absolutely. You mentioned that Clinton Prairie had that nice win against Carroll last weekend, so I'm sure they want to keep their momentum going as tournament time for the ladies is coming up here pretty soon. So Frankfort's still looking for that first win, so we'll see what happens.
You know, these two teams obviously trending in different directions. It's been, again, another year for the Hot Dogs where they're trying to reload, rebuild, and bring Coach Crawford's, theology, whatever you want to call it, into the game for this team this year. And it hasn't helped that they've lost some key players to injuries as well.
They have the senior Daisy Santos Valdez was lost early in the year. Yep. She would have been a great addition at the guard position to help handle the ball, get it where it needs to be. And then the freshman Myers, lost her halfway through the year. She was gaining steam, rebounding, scoring points. And I'm not sure. Jarman, the other freshman, she was out for a couple games with concussion. We'll have to see if she's in there tonight or not. So with those three out, that's quite a loss for the Hot Dogs.
Yeah, it really is, because Kinley Myers was arguably one of their better players as a freshman.
Right.
And definitely their best rebounder. They lose her, and then as you talked about, another senior leader in Santos Valdez goes down, went down to injury. She's a senior. She's a ball handler, and it's just been tough. So
yeah,
very, very tough hill to climb for the Hot Dogs when they already had the stacks kind of, the chips stacked against them already.
Yeah, it was going to be a challenge anyway, but when you lose a few of the people that you're kind of counting on, that hurts for sure.
On the other side for the Clinton Prairie Gophers, it's been an up and down season, although Coach Cal Morris, one win better than they were last year. They won 7 games last season, already at 8 this year, and they have a favorable schedule down the stretch. Their next 3 opponents, including the Hot Dogs here tonight, just 2 wins combined. So
wow.
Gophers have a great chance to get over 500.
Oh, absolutely, and I'm sure Coach Morris and the Lady Gophers are wanting to do that, get on as much of a roll as possible, heading into the sectional, give you that much more momentum and juice ready for the games.
Let's talk about our Mulberry Telecommunications keys to victory. What do these teams need to do to be successful tonight?
Hey, the first one I come up with was offensive. Both Frankfort, Clinton Prairie do not score a ton of points. Frankfort come in averaging a little over 18 a game. Clinton Prairie 34 points a game. So if we look at some of their shooting percentages, kind of a struggle from the three-point line and free throws. So who between Frankfort, Clinton Prairie is going to have the better offensive night tonight? Senior night, it's really not the senior night, but I put senior night there because Clinton
need to step
Prairie
up.
normally starts 4 seniors, and they do a little bit of everything for Clinton Prairie. Swan, Wilson, they've been on the court for a while for Prairie, so you look to them for leadership. For Frankfort, McAtee, she's going to have a big night, senior for Frankfort, if they're going to have any chance to win. And the turnover battle, both teams struggle with turnovers. See who can control the ball.
That's going to do it for our pregame show. We'll step aside for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll get you our players to watch, our starting lineups, and more right here on the ISC Sports Network.
If you haven't signed up for Mintel Fiber Optic Internet from Mulberry Telecommunications, then you're missing out. We have various packages to choose from and speeds up to a gig. Not to mention each package includes a Wi-Fi 6 wireless router and access to our Mintel Smart Home app, giving you complete control of your network backed by our award-winning customer service. Go ahead and dance till your heart's content in whatever reality you want, even if it's virtual. Mulberry Telecommunications offering the best gig in town. Sign up today at Mintel.net and experience the Mintel difference.
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
At Tornado Roofing, we provide a complete range of services defined by quality, innovation, and expertise. We offer free estimates, have financing available, and handle insurance claims. Tornado Roofing is more than a name. It's a family-owned and operated business known for its committed customer service and expectation of going beyond our clients' needs. Our work is backed by a customer satisfaction guarantee to provide you with peace of mind. For more information, visit tornadoroof.com or call 670-6440. At Tornado Roofing, we believe in putting a strong roof over your head.
Davis Comfort Solutions.
At Davis Comfort Solutions Heating and Cooling, the name says it all. Davis Comfort Solutions will keep you comfortable all season long with 2 locations, Fowler and Colfax. They service most of central Indiana.
We've got the air necessities, great service and efficiencies, bringing peace and comfort to your life.
DavisComfortSolutions.com.
Welcome back to Clinton Prairie High School, side of tonight's IHSAA girls basketball matchup. Let's take a look at our players to watch, brought to us by our friends at Tornado Roofing. No surprise here, it's a pair of seniors, Ellen McAtee and Hailey Wilson for both teams.
Yeah, as we mentioned in the pregame, Frankfort to have much of an opportunity tonight. Ella McAtee going to have to put some points up. She's also leads the Dogs with assists and steals. She'll just need to be active all over the floor. Hailey Wilson does a little bit of everything for Clinton Prairie, and her other senior comrades with her, I'm sure they're looking forward to getting some action tonight too.
Let's take a look at our starting lineups tonight, brought to us by our Dente Dental. We'll start with the home team. We're focused on them now with our cameras anyway. Taylor Morgan, Abby Swan, Hailey Wilson, Natalie King, and Ava Shockley. So you've got a sophomore and 4 seniors in that starting lineup tonight for the Clinton Prairie Gophers. And again, coming off their best game of the season against Carroll. Carroll's been a tough team all year long, and the Gophers really were in control most of the night.
Good, and you know, you would think Clinton Prairie starting those 4 seniors have seen some court time. They're coming down, final season for them in high school. You know, they want to be playing the best basketball that they can as they get ready for their tournament. So they want to keep things rolling tonight against Frankfort.
On the other side, for the Frankfort Hot Dogs, their starting lineup tonight, going to have some young faces in this lineup, and that's kind of how it's been this year for head coach Matt Crawford and the Hot Dogs. Given West, Ella McAtee, Gracie Layton, Brianna Flores, and Ava Jarman. The starting lineup tonight for those Frankfort Hot Dogs, again, going with a very youthful look. A sophomore, 3 freshmen, and a senior in the starting lineup. Our officials for tonight's broadcast, brought to us by the Farmers Bank. Let's grow. None other than Ron Miller, Brad Groninger, and Rick Scott, as you see him there on your screen. Jumping things up in the middle, Abby Swan and Brianna Flores. And we're underway here from Clinton Prairie High School.
Frankfort defense starting out in their customary zone as they seem to play most of the game, most of the season.
That one knocked away. Now a tie up here. Loose ball, give it to the Hot Dogs. Having a little bit of malfunction with our clock here this evening. Bear with us, we'll get that fixed. I assure you it's running in the gym. 7 minutes and 35 seconds on the scoreboard there. Gophers going to bring some pressure. This is something the Hot Dogs have seen a lot this season.
Yeah, Frankfurt's no stranger to seeing any type of full court pressure.
McAtee tries to force that one inside. Turned over. Good outlet pass to Abby Swan, who leaves it just a little too strong off the backboard.
Got a feeling Abby Swan won't miss too many layups like that this evening.
Good to hear super fan Forrest in the building for Frankfort as he's traveled. Ava Shockley coming off of a double-figure game the other night against Carroll. Working it around the perimeter, Taylor Morgan puts the ball on the deck, nearly has it knocked away. Natalie King is not going to be gun-shy. She likes to let those fire from the outside. And then another missed opportunity here. Frankfort so far, their defense holding up.
Prairie did get a few offensive rebounds in that possession, which that's a thing that has plagued Frankfort too.
Taylor Morgan heads the other way, though, and then she'll get the first field goal for the Gophers tonight, and it'll be an and-one opportunity for the sophomore. See if I can assist with some of the technical difficulties here.
Absolutely.
Real quick with the clock. I'll be right back, Joe.
Hey, we'll be here to see what we can get done. Taylor Morgan with the free throw completes the three-point play. Frankfort gets the ball across the 10-second line. See if Frankfort can have any luck here getting a shot. Instead, another turnover. Frankfort's third turnover already. Missed layup by the Gophers. Let's see what we have. Official call here. Going to be out of bounds. Clinton Prairie, they maintain possession. Clinton Prairie getting a lot of good looks early against that zone against Frankfort. I'm sure that's what they're after. Open threes. Shot up and in by number 24, Shockley, her first basket of the evening.
Hey, welcome back. What'd I miss?
Hey, Frankfort, another turnover, layup, Clinton Prairie.
Abby Swan on that one. So I saw Ava Shockley knocked one down. I'm assuming Taylor Morgan, based on the score, hit her free throw as well.
She did.
So an early 7-0 lead and another takeaway as Morgan's fouled again. Occasionally, Joe, you know, you get into sports season and equipment just doesn't want to cooperate, but that's okay.
It's cold outside, and it's just kind of like us. It doesn't work very well sometimes when it's cold.
I'll tell you what does, though. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Frankfort Eagle, Post 976. Watch this. We're going to get a graphic up right now. Boom. Serving the community since 1905 with over 900 members locally, the Frankfort Eagles offer something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, visit FOE.com or stop by the Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street in Frankfort. We also want to thank our friends at Tornado Roofing, Siding, and Gutters. If you need quality work from a qualified company, then look no further than Tornado Roofing. We offer free estimates, financing, and even handle insurance claims. You can reach them by telephone at 670-6440 or online at tornadoroof.com for more information. Well, there you go, Joe.
There we go. We're up. Hey, one of the things we talked about in the pregame, the turnover battle. Here we are with 5:07 in the first quarter, and Frankfort already with a quick 5 turnovers. So that's just an old bugaboo for the Hot Dogs. They've had all season. Teams come out, put pressure on them, seem to get some turnovers, easy baskets early, and down 7-0 already.
You know, one thing about this Clinton Prairie defense, I would call them opportunistic as well. And so when they smell blood in the water, like a bunch of sharks, they're going to attack. And that's one of the main reasons why we picked Hailey Wilson as our player to watch from Clinton Prairie tonight. She averages almost 4 steals per contest. I mean, she does such a great job of putting pressure on the other team.
Right. One of their defensive stalwarts. And Clinton Prairie, again, another offensive rebound off the free throw miss. Reloads.
Morgan looking for help here. Wilson to the corner. Swan, 3 on the way. That one's short. Offensive rebound, though, and Hailey Wilson back up and in for her first field goal tonight.
Frankfort's got to box out a little bit on the offensive glass there. Much too easy for Clinton Prairie.
Gophers get it across the timeline here. Now a traveling violation called against Jarman. Jarman, one of the other freshmen for Frankfort this year. Joe, she commits the turnover there, but she has looked really good for them, especially as a freshman.
She has had some good moments, yes. Scoring the ball once in a while, getting some rebounds. I think she's actually Frankfort. She gets between 4 or 5 rebounds a game. Morgan,
high arcing 3 there, and just like Joe used to do back in the days at Case Arena, nothing but the bottom of the net.
She was out, and there's another steal by the Gophers. I think they might. Yeah, almost turned it back over, but that was a high arc, right? But it about brought some rain down.
You got to watch doing that in this low ceiling gym. Gophers doing a nice job moving the basketball around. Everybody been involved so far, and Morgan once again going to earn another trip to the line. You know, as the season's got along, you look at the 4 seniors that start for the Gophers. But it's really been the sophomore who's really asserting herself more and more in the offense.
Yeah. Morgan here, number 12, shooting the free throw. She's come out very aggressive tonight with the ball.
Already with 7 points. She's right around her season average. Had a nice night the other night against Carroll. Was one of the key factors for them in that victory. Abby Swan led the way. There's a foul there. That's going to earn a trip to the line for the Lady Hot Dogs. It's number 44, Serenity Reagan.
Another freshman opportunity for the Lady Hot Dogs.
Getting some big minutes here early in this one. Reagan's first free throw attempt a little strong. Substitution. Here comes almost a hockey line shift as Coach Cal Morris going to send in a bevy of players.
Going to reload completely almost there.
One of those players that came in is Avery Lennon. She's had such a nice season, and as well as Perez, number 32.
Other than those 2 free throws Frankfort just had, I believe they've yet to have a field goal opportunity. Hard for them to get into their offense.
Jarman has that one partially blocked. And now Gophers will get the ball up the floor. That's Perez with it out top, finds Morgan. That pass, they were looking for Lily Coleman there. A little bit too much sauce on it from Lennon to Coleman.
Had the right idea, just couldn't get the connection down. Frankfort ball out of bounds. Prairie still applying the full court pressure.
Coach Morris obviously out to a 13-0 lead here early, and he's he's playing some younger freshmen. I think understanding that this is a moment for them to kind of come out and get some varsity minutes. And
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we're used to seeing Lennon and Perez in the rotation quite a bit. We saw Lily Coleman the other night, the junior, but Madison German Potter, we've seen her in spot minutes this season.
Sure, this is a great opportunity this evening to get some of those freshmen, other players maybe not as quite as much experience as the seniors, so get them in the game, see what they can do.
Morgan puts the ball on the deck, has to pick up her dribble. Back to the corner. Good look from Lennon. And Coleman.
Did that hit something?
It did. Going to get the whistle. No bucket there. Taylor Morgan almost had her second three of the first quarter.
Prairie will drop their defense back to half court, pick up man-to-man.
Another whistle here will stop the action. Foul against the Gophers. That'll be the second foul against Taylor Morgan. Hailey Wilson going to come back in for her. So Morgan asserting herself both in the points category and the fouls category. You get 5. You might as well use 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
It's Given West with the basketball now for Frankfort. Still looking for those first points of this contest. And there's Hailey Wilson on the steal. And the other way, shot up and good. Wilson with her second field goal.
The gal that you had mentioned there in the pregame, Wilson, playing good defense, gets a steal, leads out to a run out.
Jarman picks up her dribble. Bad spot to do so. Finds a teammate though. For the Hot Dogs, we'll have them on our airwaves a few more times this season as they're still set to face Logansport and Crawfordsville at home this season. On Friday night, they'll travel to Southmont as part of that varsity doubleheader. Hard to believe that the Sagamore Conference is basically no more as Frankfort.
This is the grand finale, if you will, coming down the home stretch for the Sagamore as we've known for several years for Frankfort. Be a new conference next year.
They've named it the Monon Athletic Conference. I've seen the logos. They look pretty cool. Got a little bit of a train track in them. And
Good.
We'll debut those next year.
Yeah, for those who don't know, it's going to be Frankfort and Western Boone, Crawfordsville, Northmont, Southmont, Greencastle, North Putnam, and Cascade. Those will be your 8 teams involved in that.
Off the rebound and the put back in. Nicely done there.
Number 2, Vasquez Ravelia, getting her first basket of the evening.
I think that is
that not
JV
correct?
Player that's come up. Abby Hall, number 2.
Number 2, that's Abby Hall. All right then.
We will fix that.
I stand corrected.
Getting a moment that she'll soon not forget, obviously, coming in and getting those first varsity points.
Abby Hall, another freshman. Didn't mean to slight her there on the basket.
That pass thrown away, 15-2. 3.7 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Again, this game scheduled to be played last night on our airwaves, but temperatures all across the United States have been frigid, to say the least. We'll talk more about that and the crazy weather events as this one rolls along. We'll take a break. When we come back, more basketball heads your way on the ISC Sports Network.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, insurance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclincounty.org.
Welcome you back to tonight's contest. The second quarter brought to you by Day and Ginda Funeral Home. With locations in Frankfort, Flora, Mulberry, and Rossville, the staff at Day and Ginda Funeral Home are dedicated to providing a loving and genuine environment for you to honor your loved one. For more information, visit dayandginda.com, where they put family first. We also want to thank Ardente Dental. Whether you're a brand new patient or you've been with them for years, they're here to serve you. You can reach them by phone at 654-7222 or online at ardentedental.com. Ardente Dental, we bring smiles to life. Joe, a great start to the first quarter for the Clinton Prairie Gophers. 7 points already for sophomore Taylor Morgan.
Yeah, she got off to a great start. Knocked down a three and a two-pointer and a couple free throws for her 7 points.
Had a three-pointer taken away. Got a little help
yeah,
to get it to drop.
Yeah, yeah.
Then we get a moving screen on Reagan.
Get a foul on Reagan, same as a turnover almost. Frankfort, 10 turnovers in that first quarter to Clinton Prairie's 3.
Perez was key down the stretch the other night against Carroll. She was sent to the free throw line about 8 times in that fourth quarter in a tight game to close things out. That's Shockley there that couldn't handle that pass.
They were picking on that freshman, huh? But she stood strong, huh?
Stood strong, knocked down some free throws late that
good for
helped
her.
Seal the deal. Lennon was big in the first quarter. The scoring was really slow after one, but she got the scoring going. And Abby Swan, like she did right there, kind of took over the second and third quarters in that game that night.
Swan's 4th point of the evening.
They look inside to Reagan. Reagan on the block. Loose ball here. The senior and King brings it up the floor. Goes off glass with the miss. Jarman on the rebound. This one knocked out of bounds off the leg of Jarman. Frankfort basketball. Jarman with the mismatched shoes. That's something we noted earlier in the season at Frankfort. She's easy to keep an eye on. One orange, one green, and that's how they come. She didn't buy 2 sets of shoes.
That's how they come like that, huh?
Evidently.
Well,
that's what I was told by my shoe aficionado at ISC.
And I know that you're into the shoes, that those bright colors are your thing.
Perez leaves this 3 a little short. Good hustle play right there, showing off some athleticism.
No kidding. That was a great save.
King works it around, and now Wilson a chance to reward herself for that hustle play. Left it short. Now Shockley blocked by Jarman, but got a little piece of the arm as well.
Clinton Prairie just dominating offensive glass against the Hot Dogs.
That's going to send Ava Shockley to the free throw line. 86% free throw shooter on the season. You can almost guarantee it when Ava gets to the line. I probably just gave her the old broadcaster jinx. Hopefully not, Joe, but
well, her volume of free throws is not as many of the others, but there you go. You did a good job. 86% is still pretty good, no matter how many is up there, right?
That is true. Reagan has that one knocked away. King. Gophers got some numbers. King going to take it herself. Leaves it short. Swan back up and in. Abby Swan, the benefactor of an offensive rebound and put back.
Abby Swan coming in averaging a little over 5 rebounds a game, so one of the Gophers' major contributors on the glass.
Shot off the mark. The push ahead, Swan on the block. She's going to earn a trip to the free throw line. Tonight's game brought to you by Willow Creek Barn, where they want you to know, attention all engaged couples. Discover why the Willow Creek Barn has been voted the Knott's Best of Weddings for 4 years in a row. Nestled just outside of Frankfort, Indiana, the venue offers stunning indoor and outdoor ceremony options with breathtaking photo opportunities, providing the perfect backdrop for your dream barn wedding. To start planning your unforgettable day, just visit thewillowcreekbarn.com. Something that my daughter will be doing on August 31st this year.
Excellent.
I want to thank Jeremy Corbin and his wife and family for their sponsorship here on the ISC Sports Network. He may or may not be tuning in tonight. 21-2. Venya Schnurr kicks it back out to West. Looking inside for Wills. The last time we saw Frankfort, Wills had that real nice three-point play. He's doing a great job of crashing the glass and boxing out. Another rebound ripped down here from Wills. Errant pass, though, and Frankfort will come up with it. A night tonight here, Joe, where no JV team at Clinton Prairie this year. They were down a little bit on their numbers. That's the only area of concern that you would have, right? Is that Clinton Prairie's been a storied program for basketball.
Yeah.
But just a down year in turnout, so they had varsity only. And Frankfort playing quite a few of their players that would normally play in their JV game ahead of time, getting some work tonight anyway. That shot back up by Shockley. No, Swan off the mark. Schnurr on the rebound. Foul against the Gophers. Let us be the first to welcome you to the Fiberhood. Mintel Fiber Optic Services offers super fast, reliable internet with gigabit speed, streaming TV packages, and voice solutions. Sign up today at mintel.net or call 296-2885 for more information. Missed opportunity there. 19-point lead here early on for the Gophers. McAtee got the start, spent some time on the bench there in between. Back in here with 4 minutes to go before the half. And she has been their consistent scorer this season. It's McAtee, 6.5 points per game. Full timeout taken here. That gives us an opportunity to thank Davis Comfort Solutions. They understand that your comfort is important. That's why their team of highly experienced technicians will strive to be your go-to when it comes to your home, shop, or business's heating and cooling needs. For more info on financing and special offers, visit them online at daviscomfortsolutions.com. Joe, while we got the timeout, do you want to sing their jingle? Davis
I don't know that I could do that, Sean. I think you're much better singer.
Not in your repertoire?
No,
Right,
I don't think I could do that. I don't think I should do that.
Yeah, we want to thank the Davis family for their sponsorship here on the ISC Sports Network. Proud supporters of high school athletics. Coach Crawford, man, we've seen him all season long be enthusiastic, coach, from the opening tip to the final buzzer.
Right. So, yeah, you got to give Coach Crawford kudos for that. You know, not any point in time have we seen him just sit there and absorb it. But he's working with the girls, coaching with the girls, trying to get things accomplished, no matter what the score or situation is for Frankfort.
Obviously, sometimes programs take a little while to turn around. You've got to have the feeder systems working. It's something that they've been working to get in place here at Frankfort High School. And kudos to these girls that showed up on the team this year. They had a great turnout in numbers. A huge JV team, a huge amount of girls playing on varsity. Unfortunately, they still suffered some injuries to key players. But we have not seen a lack of hustle or effort at any point in time.
I totally agree, Sean. And that would be easy, to have a little lapse with some of that.
McAtee, no. Wills on the offensive rebound. They called it a jump ball. Looked like she was wearing jersey number 52 as well as jersey number whatever, whoever was guarding her.
Yeah, there were a few hands in there on her. But the guy with the striped shirt said jump ball.
They get it into Jarman. Jarman, left-handed runner, just a little short there. Here comes Wilson for the Gophers. $19-point contest, 3 minutes till halftime. Pretty good turnout for a Wednesday night. We've got games both Thursday and Friday on our network as well this week. You can head over to the ISC Sports Network.com, check out the full schedule. Oh, good anticipation from McAtee.
Wow,
Wilson hustles back and just enough to deter that shot.
Yeah, good steal, good anticipation, as you said. Just unable to finish on the other end.
The ball loose. Wills comes up with it. Jarman steps into a three. Swishes it. That's a big shot from Ava Jarman.
Frankfort with only their second field goal here in the half. First three, obviously. Another steal by McAtee.
Then loses the ball out of bounds. Last touch by McAtee. She's definitely, I think, obviously the leader as a senior on the floor, but she's kind of the spark plug too. You notice more good things happen for Frankfort when she's on the floor.
Absolutely, yeah. She, like I said, she leads Frankfort with assists and steals and the leading scorer.
Coleman looks inside. That one deflected by Wills. Wills will pick up a foul here. That loose ball scramble.
Nothing wrong with Will's defensive activity there, trying to get hands deflections.
Traveling violation here against the Gophers. That one called on Mackenzie Minix. Under 2 minutes to go here before the half. Make sure you stay tuned to halftime. We'll have our halftime show. Recap the first half. West quickly gets it to Jarman. McAtee trying to penetrate against that defense. Hailey Wilson as close to her as her shadow is at this point in time.
You would think Frankfort, with the trouble handling the balls, they'd set a few more all bonds, I'll get it here in a minute, on ball screens.
There you go.
There we go, to help kind of free up some things, but maybe the coach think that make things too congested.
Dine in or carry out, the South Fork restaurant is known for their daily lunch and dinner specials. I ate there for lunch today. Fresh and ever frozen whole catfish, hand-battered tenderloins, and award-winning onion rings. You can enjoy their menu from 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Visit them at 105 South Glick Street in Mulberry, or visit southforkpub.com for their latest menu options. Shockley back at the free throw line.
Knocks down a pair.
Get a lane violation, so the second one wiped off the board. This steal taken away. Run out the other way, and a bucket there for Madison German Potter.
Freshman for the Gophers, getting her first bucket of the evening. Another steal.
King the other way, off the backboard, a little too strong. Swan in there for the rebound. She'll lose the ball out of bounds. A little slow getting up there.
Everywhere she turned, there was a blue jersey, kind of knocking her around a little bit.
Wilson to inbound. Finds Swan out top. Shockley's three. Rims out. Jarman in transition for the Hot Dogs. Getting to that left hand. Last touch by the Hot Dogs. Looks like we will have the Clinton Prairie Prairiettes performing at halftime tonight of Varsity Fair. We'll probably see a little bit of that at our halftime break as well.
They're on the wall there stretching, getting ready to go.
Under 10 seconds. Gophers three. Off. Swan back up, beats the clock. She earns another 2 points. That'll take us to the break. 26-5 your score as we head to halftime. Clinton Prairie leading Frankfort. We'll be back right after this.
Frankfort Eagles 976 has bingo every Wednesday night. Early birds beginning at 6 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 7 p.m. Packets are $25 and includes every game you need to play. They also have Saturday bingo the first Saturday of every month, with early birds starting at 4 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 5 p.m. Big game payouts each game with 3 to 4 chances to win different jackpot games each day. Great for individuals or groups because everyone enjoys winning lots of money. You must be 18 years or older to play.
At Day and Ginda Funeral Home, we embrace change while staying true to timeless values. Our commitment to putting families first remains steadfast. With up-to-date practices and unwavering compassion, we offer the highest quality of service for your loved ones. Trust to serve your family with a classic commitment in modern times. Day and Ginda Funeral Home, putting family first.
Welcome to the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. From the moment you arrive on the property, you'll notice every detail is finely crafted to provide you with the dream wedding you've always dreamt about. From carriage and trolley rides to breathtaking aerial views via our hot air balloon, the Willow Creek Barn offers unforgettable moments that will last you a lifetime. For more information about our packages and availability, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
Hey there, my name is Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we are part of, actually, the entirety of, at least from an on-air standpoint, Query and Schultz on the ISC Sports Network. It's appropriately named. It's charitably award-winning. And Derek, now we venture into season number 5. Hard to believe.
5 of them. 5 of them. Can you believe it? 2 best buds, talking Colts, Pacers, Indiana sports, every Tuesday night, 7:30, ISC Sports Network, and on socials as well.
It is made possible, of course, by the people who watch and listen every single week. We are most appreciative. We look forward to season number 5.
At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber-fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family, or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net to sign up today.
It is halftime here at Clinton Prairie High School, brought to us by our friends at Day and Ginda Funeral Home, where they put families first. Right now, the score 26-5. Clinton Prairie on top of Frankfort. Joe, been a balanced attack for the Clinton Prairie Gophers in the first half.
It has been. Abby Swan leading the way for the Gophers with 9. She comes in averaging 8.4, so has her average already there in the first half. Sophomore Taylor Morgan with 7. Wilson has 4. Shockley 4. And German Potter 2 rounds out your 26 points for the Gophers. One of the things we talked about was the turnover battle. Pre-game, Frankfort committed 19 turnovers in that first half, while Clinton Prairie had 9. But 19 turnovers, Sean, that's pretty crippling for the Lady Hot Dogs to have that many turnovers in one half. And, you know, that and the shot selections, getting the one thing we talked about is scoring points for Frankfurt's always been a challenge. Hence the 5 points here in the first half. has some decent shots, just unable to get them to go down.
Yeah, I mean, really for Frankfort, got to be fortunate at this point in time that the lead's only 21. Clinton Prairie's turned the ball, or got them to turn the ball over quite a bit.
Yeah.
But they've missed some bunnies on the other end as well. So
they have.
Credit Frankfort trying to hustle back and at least contest those shots.
Playing the defense, what we talked about, Coach Crawford's sticking with the plan, working with the girls. They're showing maximum effort. Coach Morris for the Gophers, they was able to get a lot of different faces, in the game there in that first half for Prairie. So I'm sure we'll continue to see that here in the second half for the Lady Gophers.
Ava Jarman leads the way for Frankfort. She had that 3-point field goal. And then Abby Hall, how about that? The freshman getting some varsity time here tonight, comes in and gets a bucket there for the Hot Dogs in the first half.
That's a good sign there. The freshman for Frankfort getting plenty of floor minutes, so hopefully that's something the Hot Dogs and Coach Crawford can continue to build on.
We'll take a break in our pregame show. When we come back, we'll show you some of those first half highlights right after this.
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
Day and Ginda Funeral Home, proudly putting family first, strives to care and honor the families of Clinton and Carroll County in ways that share the loved one's story. In our effort to serve your family at the highest of quality, we have added our own crematories, one for your loved one and another crematory for your furry family members. Contact us for information on how we can serve your family. Day and Ginda Funeral Home, putting family first.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back at the half. Our Day and Ginda Funeral Home halftime show rolls along here, 26-5, the score at the break. Let's roll some of our Mintel Fiber first half highlights. Going to be a lot of Gophers here in this one, Joe.
Yeah, Gophers on the turnovers for Frankfort, often and early. Leads to a layup there by Schwann, who had 9 points in that first half.
This was the rainmaker right here. You see that ball leave the camera shot.
Yeah, nothing but the bottom of the net.
You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? It was a good-looking shot.
It was a good-looking shot.
Hot Dogs tried some of the threes themselves, couldn't get it to go, and there was the freshman and Abby Hall getting her put back, her field goal in this one. And then, again, it's not to sound like a broken record here, but turnovers are so crucial. When you commit as many as Frankfort did in that first half, you expect the score to be kind of what it is right now, a little lopsided in favor of the Gophers. Now, again, you have a bright spot for the Frankfort Hot Dogs. It's that a lot of your freshmen are getting a lot of time, and you just hope it's not a confidence killer.
Yeah, that's a great point, Sean. I was just thinking the same thing. You know, sometimes they're kind of getting woolied around, and so, yeah, they're getting a lot of minutes, a lot of valuable opportunity, but, man, they're kind of getting knocked around. So coaching staff's going to help keep working with them, keep their confidence up, tell them not to get down, stay after it. Good times to follow.
26-5 your score at the break. We'll take another break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up our halftime show right after this.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable. Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities.
Prepare to die.
Inconceivable!
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable!
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
Meet Henry. Henry is hip. Henry loves the new Mintel TV streaming app. And check out Helen. With features like Cloud DVR, Restart, and Look Back TV, Helen never misses her favorite shows. And this? Well, this is Bob. Bob can't contain his excitement for the new Mintel TV streaming app. Bob is proving that you actually can teach an old dog new tricks. What do you say, Bob? Does the Mintel TV app get a thumbs up? All right, Bobby, yo. Mintel TV, the next generation of awesome. Upgrade today.
Always one of my favorite ads, probably because I was part of creating it, but, you know, Bobby O loves Mintel TV, and if you are at home right now and you're a Mintel TV subscriber and you're listening to this, well, then you're watching us on Mintel TV, so thank you.
Absolutely.
26-5 your score at the break here. Halftime as the clock winds down about a minute before we start the second half. It's, you know, these are always the opportunities where I go, hey, Joe, adjustments. What would you do at halftime? You know, what are you looking for in this one? It's tough when the scores are lopsided.
26-5, yeah. I had trouble saying the words there at one time, but, you know, I would like to see if Frankfort could, you know, do some screens to help free up the ball handlers when they're bringing the ball, you know, up around the three-point line, try to open them up a little bit, set a few on-the-ball screen. Not that they're going to really do a pick and a roll or anything, but, you know, at least give the girls a little bit of a opportunity to get some fresh air, maybe have an opportunity to take a jump shot. It just seems like things always get bogged down offensively for Frankfort. And Clinton Prairie's doing a great job on the defensive end. You know, you understand why, but maybe if you set a few screens, might help out a little bit.
That'll do it for our Day in Genda halftime show as we roll right into the third quarter here tonight. Our third quarter brought to you by the Willow Creek Barn. Attention all engaged couples. Discover why the Willow Creek Barn has been voted the Knott's Best of Weddings for 4 years in a row. Nestled just outside of Frankfort, Indiana, the venue offers stunning indoor and outdoor ceremony options with breathtaking photo opportunities, providing the perfect backdrop for your dream barn wedding. To start planning your unforgettable day, just visit thewillowcreekbarn.com. Third quarter starts. Clinton Prairie with the basketball. Original starters back out on the floor for the Gophers coming out of halftime. Looks as though the Frankfort Hot Dogs have their original starters back on the floor as well.
Prairie sticking with their man-to-man as they did the entire first half.
Wilson there to knock that one out of bounds. Basketball will stay with the Hot Dogs. We're looking to run an inbounds play here. Going to get a 5-second violation against the Hot Dogs that time. It looked like some confusion on the inbounds play as a couple of girls converged in the same area.
Yeah, I kept looking for someone to set a pick for someone. Just didn't quite happen. Frankfort's first turnover here in the second half.
Morgan works the ball around that zone, finds Shockley. That one off. Gets her own rebound and heads back to the free throw line, a place where she really probably should have paid some rent in that first quarter, Joe.
Sure, she was in there a lot. Morgan coming in at 57% free throw shooter. Working to improve that average tonight. And with the shot that she has, looks like it certainly could be better than 57%. Nothing but smooth release and in through the net. Put the jinx on her.
get 1 of 2 in that trip. A ball taken away. Another steal, and guess who? Hailey Wilson. Morgan, a little bit of an acrobatic shot that time, can't get it to go. Jump shot here from King off the mark. One thing you'll notice with the Gophers, Joe, something that they do really well is they space the floor on offense.
They do, and they do a good job on against that zone with the cross-court pass, looking for open teammates, getting plenty of good-looking shots. Just having trouble knocking down the three-pointers.
Giving West shot just a little too strong there, and Flores can't get the save. Nice shot by the senior and King to box her out. Swan will try her luck from the short corner. That one off, and McAtee secures the rebound. Jarman, runner. No, Wilson on the rebound. Tomorrow night, more girls basketball on our airways as we try Central versus Carroll. Then a varsity doubleheader on Friday night as Clinton Central travels to Rossville. We'll also have some boys basketball action as West Lafayette travels to take on the Hot Dogs.
Got a county rival there, Central and Rossville, going at it this weekend.
Quite a bit of action from this area headed your way on the network this week. Gonna get a whistle. No, just knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Gophers.
Looked like a lot of contact there for just ball going the other way.
Jarman will get it into McAtee. Jarman with the runner, and she gets one to go there. Well, I tell you, she's been asked to carry some of the scoring load for Frankfort, probably more than she was prepared for this season, but there are times where she gets that runner going, she knocks down a three, and you go, okay, I see some talent coming here.
Abby Swan, another field goal, her 11th point of the evening.
First player from either team to get into double figures. McAtee, that one short. You know, Swan obviously known for her scoring on this team, leading the Gophers this season. But she's had 3 double-figure rebound games this year, including a 15-rebound game versus Southmont.
Good grief.
So not afraid to get in there and mix it up a little bit either.
Nah, she has good anticipation. Seems to, one of those players that kind of gets the feel for which side the ball might come off of the rim. So it's one of those things that's hard to coach. Either you have it or you don't. So good rebounder.
Jarman that time just couldn't control the dribble, and she had a step there. Was going to have a good look at a layup attempt.
Clinton Prairie do what they do on the defensive end, get their hands in there, make it tough to dribble.
Now McAtee playing some passing lanes on this end for the Hot Dogs. Morgan splits the defense, and guess what? She's going back to the free throw line again.
Say one thing for number 12 for the Gophers, Morgan, she is definitely not afraid to head to the basket. She puts her head down and gets right in there.
Taylor was a good-looking shot there as well from the free throw line. 57% on the season. She had 5 games in double figures coming in to tonight. And, of course, I had to jinx her. She was going for her 10th point right there.
I got a feeling over her next few years that free throw percentage will continue to climb for her because she has a good looking shot there from the free throw line.
She gets rolling, you got to watch out. She had 19 points, was her season high against Western. Already tonight has the same amount of points she had against Carroll the other evening, sitting at 9. Morgan puts the ball on the deck here. Good job by Flores to stop that penetration there. Morgan's 3. And that time she tried to bring the rain, but our camera operator, Justin Eckenbarger, was ready for that one.
Had
So
the right
pulled out
angle.
just a little bit, knowing that was going to be a high arcer.
Had that right angle there for her.
Takeaway by Morgan. Looking to add to her totals, and she will. Nice little drive. She's got 14 points tonight. Just like that, she's the leading scorer in the game. She had 7 in the first quarter. She's got another 7 here in the third.
She's got a smooth game offensively. She does a lot of good things.
Joe, do you ever get out and put some shots up anymore?
Yeah, I do once in a while. I want to go to the core YMCA. One thing about it, as you get a little bit older, can't shoot too much. The old arm, shoulders, like, oh man.
You got to go down, go back home and ice it down.
Yeah, it's like, gosh, how does
Get you one of those ice bath machines.
How does that happen?
Lennon, runner off glass, can't get that one to go. You know, for the Gophers, so they've got 4 seniors in their starting lineup, obviously, but there's a lot of youth on this team that see significant minutes, and they've got some talent.
Yeah. I think the future is pretty bright for Coach Morris and the Gophers.
That one off the mark by Morgan. Now Jarman, looks to push it ahead. Good look by McAtee. Flores got tied up there momentarily by Lennon.
Stepped out of bounds, maybe.
Stepped on the out of bounds line. Ron Miller, longtime official in this area, on the call. Some substitutions there for the Gophers is some fresh faces into the game. Sherman Potter in, Coleman in, Perez in.
Good time for Coach Morris. Get some, as we said that in the first half, get some players in to get some varsity experience. Great opportunity to do so.
Yeah, you never know as tournament time approaches. I mean, you don't want to see injuries happen, but nobody's immune to them. So you want to know what you've got out there, right? You want a girl to have confidence when she steps on the floor, not be intimidated. These are great moments. Get your youth out there. Not to mention they earn those minutes towards that varsity.
Absolutely,
ladder, right?
that's what they're thinking about. Get that letter on the jacket or patch on the jacket. If it's not for this year, certainly looking forward to the future.
My mom still has my Letterman's jacket from yesteryear.
Sure.
There's no way I'm even getting it on one arm.
Nice free throw there by number 44.
Yeah, Reagan got one to drop. Her first point of the night. Coleman loses it, but a heads-up tap. Right there to Lennon, right place, right time.
Nice heads-up play, Lennon. Been a factor of that save.
Drive down the lane there by McAtee. One of her rare attempts tonight, man. It's been tough sledding for her to find any space.
Yeah, they have given her a hard time off the dribble. She hadn't had much space offensively at all.
We saw the other night, though, she got to the free throw line late in the game, and That kind of got the offense rolling for her.
Yeah. McAtee's first point.
She had 14 points versus Rossville. Her season high is 23 versus Taylor.
Good to see her knock down a couple free throws there, her first points of the evening.
Under 30 seconds to go here in the third. This rare Wednesday night basketball game. And Lily Coleman back up and in.
Kind of a straight up, straight down shot.
She had a good little laugh at herself there. I don't think that's how she intended that to go.
But they all count.
This one's stolen and taken away. Third quarter ends. 39-10 your score. Gophers leading the Hot Dogs here on the ISC Sports Network. We'll step aside when we come back. Fourth quarter action.
The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC, local lives here.
You can't touch this. Gotta love a little MC Hammer at the break here playing in the gymnasium.
I'll give them credit. They've had some good music, good tunes in between.
At the Farmers Bank, we like helping everyone grow. We draw on over 140 years of history to honor the principles of personal connection and individual attention that have been there since the founding in 1876. And that's why you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Healthy Communities of Clinton County formed almost 20 years ago. They remain committed to the community by offering programs geared toward a healthier tomorrow. With their focus on overall health, they want to help you make the healthy choice the easy choice. Resources can be found on healthyclintoncounty.org. Frankfort will start out with the basketball here in the fourth quarter. They trail by 29 against county rival Clinton Prairie. The Gophers inching ever so closely back to that 500 mark on the season. Traveling violation there on West.
Would say after this evening, Gophers will have their 9th victory. Next time out, shooting to hit that 500 mark.
This Sunday will be the IHSAA tournament draw for girls basketball. Join ISC's very own Greg Rakestraw as he will host that. All these teams, they know where they're going, and they know the teams they could potentially be facing, but they don't know who they'll be matched up against until the ping pong balls fall on Sunday. So make sure you tune in, you check that out. You can watch it on IHSAATV.org. For the Gophers, they'll host the sectional this year, sectional 54. We played right here. Teams like Bethesda Christian, Carroll, Clinton Central, obviously Clinton Prairie, Frontier, Rossville, and Traders Point Christian.
I'd say that's a pretty open sectional, really.
Some tough teams in there. Clinton Central was the team
Probably
that advanced the furthest a year ago, that went all the way to semi-state.
Would you say Central would be the favorite again this year?
Sitting at 15-4. I know that they lost to Carroll earlier in the season, but I think that they're a different team at this point in time in the season than they were when they faced them earlier on.
One of those things where sometimes it's hard to beat somebody a second time. So
for sure. And we've seen Rossville. They've had a little bit of an up-and-down season, but at 12-5, still obviously a team that is poised, and anytime you've got a former Miss Indiana coaching your basketball team, you're probably in good shape.
Probably have a good game plan going in, yeah.
But, yeah, it'll be an interesting, exciting one to see.
Sean, as the time's going on here, how's your opinion on, I read and stuff on the high school about seeding in the sectional tournaments. What do you think of that?
My opinion, I would like to see it happen. I understand the ping pong ball and the chance and, maybe giving some teams the opportunity to advance further, but I don't know that you're doing anybody any favors that way.
Yeah.
I think I would rather see seeding based on the records in the sectional or coming into the sectional, and then that way you end up with that sectional championship being what should probably be, unless you get an upset, the two best teams.
Sure. I don't know. I've got mixed feelings, exactly what you said there. It's kind of nice maybe to have the favorites in that championship game, but I just think there's always something kind of special about the open draw. That's what makes it exciting. You just don't know until that draw exactly how it's going to play out, who's on one side or the other. So
Swan here with the bucket. She also got fouled here on the rebound and the putback, so 3-point opportunity here for Abby Swan. She's got 13 points tonight. That one rims out. Perez trying to put it back up and in and cannot. This one last touch by the Hot Dogs. It'll remain Gophers basketball. You know, with the draw, it's a great debate point. And if you read the forums online with the high school basketball fans, it's about split 50-50.
it is.
And then if you take that even further and you split them into quarters on why the reasons why. So if you say, okay, 50% want it to be the blind draw, why? You know, some will say because that's how it's always been, and then others will have a valid reason.
Right.
Perez back up. She gets her first field goal tonight.
Clinton Prairie continually getting about every rebound over Frankfort on the offensive end. Got to keep shooting it till you get it.
Make sure you stay tuned with us. We'll have a brief post-game show brought to us by our friends at Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. We'll also give away some post-game hardware. Our Clinton County Frankfort Eagles player of the game. Substitutions again. Lily Coleman coming back in for the Gophers, among others. You know, the same argument going back to continue that point, obviously, with the draw is if you wanted to honestly make it fair and seed it everywhere, it would be tough to just seed inside of a sectional because sometimes two of your state favorites are in the same sectional.
That's true.
Especially when you get into that Indianapolis area sometimes with the bigger schools.
That's true. That's a good point.
You know, there are times literally where you watch, and especially on the boys' side, you watch a certain sectional and you know whoever wins the sectional is winning state this year, right? I mean,
well,
whoever survives this is going to win the big.
Yeah, they certainly have things going in their direction. So I don't know. I guess I'm kind of a purist on that. I still like the blind draw. The old-fashioned way, I like that.
Class sports, obviously another topic of discussion. I'm not against it. Obviously, I was 1997. We were the last ones to not have the class put on there, and obviously it's given some of the smaller teams a chance to add to their trophy cabinets on a more regular basis and not just have to have a magical season and go against the bigger schools. But then you have those that will argue even that same point where they'll say, okay, well, I'm fine with class sports, but I want all the private schools to be in their own category. And, you know, it's just no matter how you change it, you're never going to make 100% of the people happy.
That's impossible.
And the cool thing about it is this is Indiana, right? And that saying is real for a reason. In 49 other states, it's just basketball.
Yeah.
But this is Indiana, and there are so many states that envy the Indiana State basketball tournament. And those are some of the reasons that they do. It's because of the stories and the lore. And jump shot there again. Perez starting to find range here in the fourth quarter. She's got 4 points.
A couple field goals for her.
Pick up her dribble here and find Lennon. Coleman gets to the baseline. Runner strong. Rebounded by Wills. Stepping into this jumper, knocking it down is Perez. She waited till the fourth quarter, Joe, to start pouring it on, but she's got 7 points now.
Freshman looking stronger on the offensive end. Well, she gets several minutes. I mean, I think she's a freshman that's had some consistent playing time, and that's kind of showing here tonight for her.
She's one of those players that you call her a merit player, right? She earns her time on the floor because you have to play her. I mean,
yeah.
You see the good things that she does out there. If you don't find her minutes, she's going to find a way to get in the game and make a difference. We saw the same thing during volleyball season with her. She was a player that was not in the rotation early on, but as a freshman, very quickly impressed, got promoted to varsity, and was in that starting rotation by the end of the year.
Right. You can tell that she's definitely athletic ability, so no surprise she's a multi-sport athlete.
38-point lead, a minute 44. Technically, clock is supposed to be running, but we won't hold that against them here in the
coming down the home stretch here.
Aaron Wills from the free throw line leaves the first one short.
Aaron Wills, a sophomore for Frankfort, getting to see some varsity minutes consistently over I'd say the second half of the year here.
That one rims out as well. She had 6 points earlier this season against Fountain Central. Again, 3 points the other night against Rossville. Avery Lennon for three. Freshman.
Yeah, Perez, Lennon, I think those are the freshmen that you would normally expect to get some minutes for Clinton Prairie.
Might just dub this one the Futures game tonight, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're seeing so many of the freshmen and sophomore have such big games here this evening. You heard the crowd right there. I think they scared Mackenzie Minix into that traveling violation.
The poor girl's like, gosh, what's going on? Why is everybody hollering at me?
They were so excited for her to get an opportunity for a layup there. McAtee partially blocked by Lennon. Now the clock will continue to run. Jarman in the lane. That one off the mark, rebounded by Perez. 30 seconds to go. Kick out, this shot up, and she knocks it down there. So they didn't scare her out of that one.
Gosh, she said I needed to be further out anyway. That layup wasn't going to do me any good.
Mackenzie Minix from three. The Gophers with 54 points on the board tonight, and the majority of them have been all scored by underclassmen. 33 points from the Gophers tonight, coming from freshmen and sophomores. Pretty amazing. 54-10 your final here at Clinton Prairie High School as we roll right into our Willow Creek Barn post-game show where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. Joe, your final thoughts on this one?
Yeah, one of the things we talked about, the offensive struggles for Frankfort continues. One of the things we talked about, who's going to score the most points. Frankfort only able to get 10 points. Hard to win any game scoring 10 points. Frankfort had 28 turnovers into the ball game to Clinton Prairie's 14. That was the other one of the things we talked about was who's going to win the turnover battle. Clinton Prairie did a good job, much better taking care of the ball than Frankfort did. So tough game for Frankfort. Clinton Prairie played good defense, got all the shots that they were looking for, had great opportunities to score and did so, winning 54-10.
Without further ado, our Frankfort Eagles Clinton County player of the game tonight, the sophomore, Taylor Morgan. She was absolutely fantastic in the first and third quarters. And, man, again, trying to make it rain. We don't want any rain. We want some warm weather around here, but she knocked down some threes.
Yeah, I was impressed with her aggressiveness, to get the ball to the basket. Nice-looking jump shot, good-looking free throws. Not bashful at all. Here we go on a layup. Not getting the ball to the rim. So I thought she just did a great job.
Congratulations to her. She led all scorers tonight with 14 points. She was our Frankfort Eagles Clinton County player of the game. Congratulations to head coach Kel Morris and the Clinton Prairie Gophers. They're victorious tonight. They will improve to 9-10 on the season. Frankfort drops another one here in this one for head coach Matt Crawford and the Lady Hot Dogs. They'll fall to 0-19. That's going to do it for our coverage here this evening. Again, more basketball heads your way this week, Thursday and Friday night on the ISC Sports Network. Make sure you check our schedules for upcoming games. We appreciate you tuning in this evening and joining us on this wonderful Wednesday night. Have a good night, everyone.
Tonight's game is presented to you in parts by the Frankfort Eagles. Post 976, they are people helping people. By Day and Ginda Funeral Home, proud supporters of high school athletics in Clinton and Carroll County. By the healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. By the Farmers Bank, where you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. By the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. And by Tornado Roofing, specializing in residential and commercial roofing and repair. At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us